Okay, I want to speak to you about what's been happening over in the United States. President Joe Biden has declared crisis averted after the bill passed to suspend the US debt ceiling. Is crisis averted how you would describe it?
Well, Munchausen disease, where you get somebody sick and then you pretend to save them? That's what this reminds me of. Got a whole bunch of people in Congress who created a problem where we didn't have a problem. Every debt has two aspects to it: a willingness and an ability to pay. America could always keep its faith and credit up. It was the unwillingness to do so. They decided to turn it into a political stoush, and of course the Democrats are going to claim credit for this great victory, which is no great victory at all. And the Republicans, of course, say that they've held out. Well, this is not true at all. They both say that they got a little bit what they wanted and there was a compromise. The thing is this, Gabrielle. Washington is 70 square miles surrounded by reality. And these people did not want to tell their constituents why they could not cash their pension checks, why their kids lost their jobs, why they lost their savings. There comes a point where the public will not tolerate this nonsense in Washington, which is most of the time just a damn soap opera anyway. And, look at what happens. The student debt issue is off the table now. So students who haven't had to pay anything for 3.5 years now have to figure out how to do that. Bernie Sanders reminds us in his abstention or his no that all the rich people got off the hook on this one. We got people on food stamps who now have to do a song and dance to get their food stamps. That is to get some agricultural products like peanut butter. A lot of people got sidelined on this while everybody's taking a bow. On the other hand, it does mean it works. The guy who wrote the Constitution, James Madison, would be very, very happy that they have to struggle for everything. That's how he saw it. That's what democracy is. It's fighting for forward progress, linear progress. So at the end of the day, they got there. But keep in mind, at the end of the day, they got us there in the first place. This was not necessary. The debt ceiling now is off the table. The budget cuts are going to be controlled a little bit, though not all of them, as a matter of fact. Everybody, instead of everyone compromising, what I think, Gabrielle, is everybody got a little something out of this.
What about the Republicans who voted against the deal? What are their concerns?
Well, the key here is Jim Jordan, who founded the Tea Party. If he can come to this one, they're going to have to follow suit. The far right of the party sort of fizzled out. I mean, who the hell wants to follow Marjorie Greene to hell? I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work out that way. And the left wing of the Democratic Party is very angry. So, but the thing is that we have a supermajority both in the House and the Senate, which was unexpected by most pundits, but not unexpected by the American people because they knew they'd come to the party. Now, the thing I think that works so well, the reason this thing actually worked out, even though I think it was sort of stupid to get to this point, is that Donald Trump didn't have anything to do with it. He wasn't part of the equation. He wasn't on the phones telling people to vote one way or the other. I mean, this was kind of a Trump-free deal. It shows you that maybe Washington's just about had it with the Donald Trump show. I think it's very positive in that sense, too.
Well, I wanted to ask you about Donald Trump. What's the latest between Trump and DeSantis on the campaign trail as the race kind of heats up? The Republican presidential race, I should say.
Well, look, you've got President Trump, who's actually ran for president once and got there, and ran another time and lost, been impeached a couple times. He's been beaten up a little bit. And we got DeSantis, who's a much younger, dynamic fellow who has a supermajority in Florida. And he's looking like the new generation. So, they're going to fight it out. And I think that DeSantis may come out on top of this because at the end of the day, Trump's going to have to fight a lot of those people he's fought before. This time, Pence and Chris Christie. And I just wonder if when Trump gets on the stage there with 10 people, whether you continue to insult these people without getting a black eye yourself. Trump is incredibly vulnerable with his rape charges, indictments, and his corruption in the hotel business, and the kids taking money from the Saudis. I mean, Trump just ought to kind of go away and sort of enjoy himself. But if he wants to get back into the melee, I think he's going to have a tough time with a couple of those guys. And I think DeSantis is going to come out on top, let's say in 10 rounds.